Next, I'd like to ask Ray Martin, our MLA from Beverly, Fairview, to come and address us.
Beverly!
Turn the mic on, Ray. Turn the mic on.
Hi, good afternoon. It's a beautiful day, but what a day to despair. You know, it's easy in this world today to think, to despair and look for all the negative things, and there's a lot of negative things to look at. All we have to do is look in the Middle East. We have to look at what's happened with possible bombings of planes and say, what's wrong with this world? And you know, my friends, there's a saying that in history, if you don't learn from the mistakes you made in the past, you're doomed to make those same mistakes again. And another way to put it is that, you know, with people, I was formerly a psychologist in a different world. And there's a saying that people that run into psychological disorders are because they keep doing the same negative things over and over again, expecting different results. Well, I say to you, take a look at the world today and some of the leaders in the world today. They're operating in the same psychologically disoriented way that we do. You know, what they believe in is that if you bomb and kill and maim, and bomb and kill and maim, you beat people in submission, that will bring peace. Well, it's never worked before, and it's never going to work again. Because all it does is create more resentment, more hatred in the world, and violence begets violence. And that's where we're at today as we face what's happening, especially in Lebanon right now. And you know, just to briefly say, not to get too much into politics, but I'm absolutely appalled by the new turn of events with our conservative government. I do not want Stephen Harper to be a voice of George Bush. George Bush is a negative force. Frankly, George Bush is the biggest negative force we have in the world today, and that's not the route that Canada should take. Absolutely not. But I want to conclude by being somewhat optimistic, because we have to be, my friends. We can't always carry forward with hatred and all the rest of the things. We've got to look for the best in people down the way, and I think that's what the previous speakers were talking about. The ceasefire, we hope that it is meaningful. Not that that will solve the problems, as the previous speaker talked about, but at least it's a step in the right direction. And we'll know in the next couple of days, and we hope and pray for that. But the other thing I want to say in a broader sort of sense, the world's not going to change unless we make it change. And when we have demonstrations for peace, and it's happening all over the world, as people mentioned, millions and millions of people, that's the only thing that's going to bring about a lasting peace throughout the world. It's not going to happen overnight. But if we're pessimistic and just become cynical and sit back and do nothing, as you people aren't, you're doing something about it, then that's what will ultimately make the leaders change, or elect leaders, or bring in leaders that offer that same perspective that we want. And you know, I go back in history, as I say, we keep repeating ourselves, and I'd like to just conclude by saying something the Beatles said back in the 60s, and you can tell how old I am. They had a song, and he said, "Give peace a chance." And I'd like to repeat that. Can we all say that? Give peace a chance. Give peace a chance. Thank you, Chan.